could run that and Gary.
Hey Crypto fam, welcome back to Block Talk. The market is in green, so do our portfolios. We have some great news to share with you, and this has been a very busy, a very eventful week. Yeah, eventful week, and we had Korea Blockchain Week, which unfortunately I did not attend. But Token 2049, our team was there to enjoy the conference and the F1 race too.
But as a team, we all were split across so many events that were happening across the world. We have a couple of us attended different events. But yeah, today we are trying to get everything at one place. Whatever experience we as a team experience at different events, we want to cover up that in this episode.
Yeah. So what are we talking about, Nisha?
Let us first hear from you that how was your Singapore Token 2049 event?
A big event happening this season.
So I would be just telling what I observed over there in a whole of what's happening in the industry. So first of all, brands are trying to sustain their attention by any means. Like they are spending lots and lots of cash on stalls, merchandise, prizes. There was also even like small quests to do around. Like if you find a coin in somewhere, they gave a hint, you can get $500.
Clear.
There were so many quests around. And the next thing is, this time in Token, there were a lot of builders actually. The developers were really good. They were very less number of vaporware projects. They were actually user projects, and people do care about infrastructure now. People do care about business economics. They do ask that how this token would sustain itself and everything around it.
So that what you're trying to say that actually me and Nisha were trying to follow this event sitting here.
Okay.
What we observed was, it was very lively. Every company was trying to do their own style of guerrilla marketing. Trying to get that name big on big banners.
Yes.
Spending big money on sponsorships. But as you said, what we also observed was like generally crypto events are the fun kind of events, right? But this time we could find a lot of middle-aged people coming and asking some serious financial questions. Right?
Yes.
So the trend is changing. Crypto is just not fun or this thing. There's serious money, serious investors who are asking serious questions, and that's a very good sign for the industry as a whole.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely, you must have got a good exposure from there, right?
Yeah, I did. I did meet a lot of new projects, and also I could meet the old projects, which I always see them on Twitter, but I could see them live. I could interact with their teams and all the online friends we could catch up there.
You would like to share any of interesting conversations that you stuck with these guys?
Okay, this happened like on the floor. I was sitting in my event and some Singaporean guy just came and said hi to me, and we started to talk. Then I came to know that we do also have a gaming product, right, in our company. And he already works in Galaxy. Galaxy is the biggest quest platform in Web3. Like it's very well known. The guy who works there, he came himself. We talked on that, and we also got to know that our interests do overlap. So we did connect. I got so many connections in an unplanned manner in this form.
Interesting. Any interesting quotes that you would remember and you would want to share it with our viewers?
Okay, interesting quotes. I did listen to many of them, but see, there were BTC maxis, Ethereum maxis, Solana maxis, everyone. BTC maxis on stage itself, they were saying that everything is experiment around you, like all the chains. The final institutional level product is always on Bitcoin. We bullish on Bitcoin, everything else is experiments.
Right.
I did not agree with it. I was like, why not? I'm a Ethereum fanboy, of course. But still, that point stuck in my head. And the after parties were lit. Most of the stalls in Token, which this trend I also observed, more than 50% of the stalls were around exchanges only. There were not any products and all. They were
exchanges.
Stalls. So still now, selling shovels in a gold rush is always lucrative. It has become competitive, but that does not deter people from putting up new exchange businesses.
Got it.
I also saw some KOLs who have like 40-50k followers live and got to know. There are also some instances where people have really good grey Twitter accounts, but it's being ghost written by someone. When you interact with them in real, you get to know that these are not those
not coming from the source direct.
Yeah. That also you can feel. So sometimes
most of this communication comes from the managed accounts.
Yeah.
It's not the original thought of the person who's writing it. And token as we have Nisha with us, she always gives us like amazing tips. But the originality sometimes also comes from her.
And Token 2014 main event was too heavy for an individual like me. Like it was so crowded. It was for 4 hours. My mind was like always in a mode like I have to see something else.
This event was spread across like four levels. You didn't know which level you're supposed to be. You couldn't like run across all the levels.
Yeah, absolutely. And for this particular reason, I liked much more the small gatherings where 5 to 10 people came.
Yeah, you get quality people to connect with.
Did you meet with the investors? What was their take on this token 2049?
Okay, so if you see, my agenda was to meet with community builders, to connect with them, with the exchange listing managers, so that we can get some partnerships for our upcoming tokens. I did not meet investors as such. Just interaction with them, I got to know on which markets they are really need to invest on.
You must have got some inspiration from them.
Yeah, of course. You see, crypto people, when you go to conferences, you can see many people enjoying over there. But the thing is that they could enjoy there because they had done their homework really well. They had made their money or they had put some effort somewhere else and they are reaping their rewards there. You could not take them as just they are fun people doing fun stuff all the time. No. Conferences is a place where they are chill, but when they go back to their offices or their home country, they work their ass off. That's what I got from the events. And that's it. And we also have a meme on the screen. Like, this is how normally a conversation goes on. Like, as you can see, there is written as, we started then, hey, what do you do? Introduce yourself. We take a picture. We send it to our chat. Then we are like, are you visit? We ask which other events you are going on. And we say, okay, let's meet on next event. This is how the drill goes on most of the time. But sometimes the conversation extends more than this. And those type of connections is what we cherish for a long time. Yeah, so what's the next thing we are covering up today?
The next news that we have here is India is going to launch RBI backed digital rupee and calls crypto as an unreliable thing.
The Indian government has always been exploring digital currencies, digital assets, and this has been a thing. But let's see first the macroeconomics, like what's going on around the world. Well, India based.
Even before that, I mean, there's nothing that has changed from the recent, whatever people were trying to put out. There's nothing that's changing. Whatever was back in last 5 years, it's still status quo. There's nothing that has changed. So there's nothing for average investors who are seeing us that you don't have to, get so worried. Like, FM said this minister said that. So that's something that's going to drastically change. Whatever they're saying is the same old thing. They're just repackaging, rebranding it. But the issue is still status quo. There's nothing that has changed. Of course, there's talk of new token that from the RBI that's going to be launched. It's all that Lakshmi coin that all people are talking about. It's been in talks for a very long time. The implementation will definitely take place. I think people should ask questions on that part. Right? There is intent by the government. They want to do it. Right? But I think people are still, focusing on that part. Is it still legal? Is it still not legal? I mean, like right now, they say, you please do your transactions.
Yeah,
they do. They say, give us 30% tax.
That's it.
Right?
Yeah.
When they're getting 30% tax, why would they want to give any clarity on it? They would want to keep you in that ambiguity and still make you pay that 30% tax. And they're making the money. They don't have any drive to, get legalization or regulations in place as soon as possible, but they're well benefited from this already.
Yeah.
Right? So, I mean, what worse can happen? Right now, we are in the crypto taxation is at the highest slab. There's nothing more worse that can happen worse, right?
Yes.
So, whatever we are doing as usual, I think the business has to continue. The trading has to continue, and booking of profits also has to happen on a continuous basis. And let's see how things go forward. But that's my take on what the recent news press conference that Mr. had. Again, looking at markets, I mean, that news did not really, change alternative price anyway.
Yes.
So that also reflects that it was not something very significant.
Yes.
And news coming out of a country which has 20% of the population of the world.
Yeah.
And who have digital knowledge.
Yeah.
And the government of that such country is giving some big news like this, and there's no price fluctuation anywhere, right? So I don't think that's something that we have to worry about.
Yes, there was no price fluctuation because of this news from Indian subcontinent, but because the market is now, they know that there's nothing significant happening in India, that's why. But India is the largest user base in crypto, if you take statistics. And let's say the macroeconomics, like currently BTC hit $126.
$125,000. It surpassed $125,000.
It has
Earlier, it was $124,000 was the highest.
Yeah,
It just surpassed that price point.
and it has hit the all-time high again.
Yes, and it's going to come down again. It's going to go up again. I mean, that's a cycle that has to.
Yes. And
What we are also looking at, when people ask us questions, oh, it has already gone so high, it's going to go even higher. Yes, it's going to go even higher, but doesn't go even higher from this price point. We can expect at least 10% correction from this point.
Yes.
Let's say it comes down to $110,000 or even $100,000 in a couple of weeks from now. And again, people start booking profits. Again, they start accumulating it. Again, the price moves. It's always that kind of a movement, right? So what it has hit all-time high. It's a very psychological point that Bitcoin has reached.
Yes.
It's giving a promising graph. It's giving a very good graph. Long run, definitely is going to go up. Right now, I think people are investing regularly in terms of SIP or in installments. I think you should hold on for quite some time, for a bit. So the price will correct for a couple of percentage, and again you start that.
Yeah, this is always the advice which we give to people all the time. And
No, but we don't give on the price. But this podcast, I would really want to talk about the price, because the price has gone so high and there's already panicking, fear of missing out. It's already so high. What if it goes high? Okay, from 126, let's say it goes to 150, right? You have already missed it, right? In the fear of you going to miss and you put money right now, and if it goes down, it's going to hurt you more than it's going to make you happy, right? So it's better to miss this thing, wait for that fight.
Do you think some people might back up if the price goes too high?
No, there is always people backing it. There are also people, also the other side of the table, people try to push the market down, right? So it's a very dynamic market. But what I'm saying from my personal thing, I mean, it's not an investment advice that we are trying to give, but we have been researching, we have been doing this, we are into this industry from past 10 years. We are pioneers in this industry, as our viewers also know. So we also have made an opinion about prices and markets. We are happy to share those numbers openly, but we would not advise anyone to, go with our numbers or trade with whatever numbers we say. It's just in general outlook. So I think we have to wait for a couple of weeks before some corrections happen. Again, we start investing more and more.
yes, and in this
At BNB again, I mean, very specific.
yes, in this market,
Bitcoin,
the another superstar.
Yeah, the Bitcoin, Bitcoin was doing very good. All-time high and all was okay. But BNB's performance kind of overshadowed Bitcoin's performance. I mean, it was just flying. Right?
Yes.
The transactions on the platform increased so much.
Yes.
And I mean, of course, because that BNB also started, popularity started increasing, number of transactions started to increase. It's a very good sign. So, what this again says with current markets, what we have, I mean, in follow-up, we have the Fed rates and all those things, not technical conversations, but what we see is, yes, global currencies are kind of going sideways, but crypto is moving up. The transactions, the money flowing into the crypto space is going up. So yes, that's a good sign for the market as a whole.
Actually, I have a question. How would India's digital currency will be completely different on Bitcoin stable coins? And will that be a different thing? Digital currency will be different with the cryptocurrency coins, or?
I mean, stable, see, what government is trying to say is they want to have a digital currency. When government is trying to issue a digital currency, they would want a stable coin, so that it's easy for them to have a track record and everything, and they can also invest in stuff like that. So generally, any country tries to give a currency which is pegged to their home currency. It's mostly a stable coin. It says 1 rupee is equals to 1 rupee, one whatever Indian crypto, or $1 is equals to 1 USDT, US dollar tether. And mostly, whatever governments give is against their own currency, right? Why they do it? Again, advantage, there's more liquidity in the market, right? There's more liquidity created in the market, so there's more transactions can happen, right? I think it's a long game. I mean, for a country like India with so much, and look at India, right? India is the pioneer of scan and pay technology. The UPI that we have today is one of the best online transaction platform across the globe, right? Even Visa, MasterCard also are not able to do these many successful transactions in such a small span of time, right? So as per infrastructure, as per knowledge with the people who are doing it, right? Internet is at every household today. Every household today in India has internet, right? It's no other country in this planet. The internet penetration into households is as deep as Indian market. Yes. So yeah, what I'm saying is essentially adapting or adopting these kind of technologies, this digital rupee and everything will be quicker in India because we have prior knowledge with a similar thing, right? So that's my take on it. So stablecoin, if India does roll out a digital rupee, as they're saying, it's going to be a huge success. What is the problem right now is we have to cater to 20% of the world population, which is in India. That 20%, everyone has knowledge on how to do the transactions. Now, will this new digital currency or the blockchain that is going to be running on, will be able to scale, or will it be able to, cater to everyone's need? That is what I think government is looking at. And I think that is the thing that is taking a long time. Issuing the token, creating a token doesn't take long. We know that. People know that, right? But how strong? Government just cannot create something and release that, right? It has a lot of checkpoints, safety nets it has to create. So I think that should be taken care.
Do you think there will be enough awareness among people about this?
Definitely. See, that's what I was trying to give an example of UPI.
Yes.
Now, even if you want to do a crypto transaction, you would ask for the unique code address, or they'll give you a QR code, say, and you just scan it and pay. In Indians, we at least do 5 QR code scans every day, minimum, on an average. People who have not even attended a formal education are able to do these transactions seamlessly with this prior knowledge of UPI. So if there's a digital rupee that is coming from the government side, once it's coming from government, of course there's trust involved with it, and definitely people are going to use it from day one. They don't have to sit with this ambiguity. Oh, there's something new. I don't understand this. There's nothing. That learning curve is already shortened by UPI, is what I'm trying to say. So it's going to be a good success, but again, it has to be a strong platform, strong everything. That's what is taking time, and I think it should take time. Instead of it's okay to be late than being sorry. Yes. So it's okay. Let them take time. Till then, we have other things. There's a lot of things that we have to follow. BNB, Bitcoin as this week, right? Let's focus on that. Yeah. And the other things will definitely come to place.
The third news that we have here is about 00, which is about to roll out global network to boost distributed system performance. And Vaishnav, what's your take on this?
Okay, so this is a new project, Spotlight. So each podcast we try to cover up a new project. Yeah, coming up.
I like that.
Yeah, coming up with
I don't have to go check what's new for this week. Thanks, Vaishnav.
What kind of things are being built around the world. And 00 network, just TG, like they launched in spot markets. They are live in Binance and other leading exchanges. So what they actually do is pretty interesting. They have built their own internet communication systems, which can be used by distributed network systems like blockchain to increase their throughput and I/O connectivity, like input-output connectivity. If you have to say in other terms,
this is what the objective of this token is. How do they really achieve it on the technical, like on a layman technical? How can you explain me that? How they're trying to achieve what you're saying?
See, they have a set of validator nodes. Anybody can become a validator node and set up an internet connection. And this internet connection will be solely used by the customers and not by any other traffic. It's like priority or lease line, you can say. In a huge lease line, but in a huge capacity and being designed just for distributed systems.
So all technical words.
I'm also trying to understand. Are you able to make sense what you're saying?
No, actually it's about network and it's about crypto, right? And they are merging both and full of a technical term.
Yes.
That's the thing, right? That's what it's trying to say. It's a new project, interesting project. That's what makes it interesting. But I'm actually very interested to know more details about it.
So
what you're trying to say, what I've understood from what you was trying to say is, there are so many transactions happening across multiple networks. And every time a transaction happens, let's say you transact on some exchange, you would have to go through multiple layers. Like you get through your money flows from your wallet to some MetaMask wallet. From MetaMask wallet it goes to an exchange. From the exchange it gets invested into currency. So there's a layer by layer by layer of funds that passes through. And every layer, there's a new protocol, there's a new way of investing, there's this everything else. So what he's trying to say is, this network connects user to the service provider without going to the intermediaries. It's like right now in banking, if people are aware, there's something called SWIFT code. So these are the codes that are used between two banks when they have to send money, interbank transfers. So this happens to SWIFT code. So that's a different technology. Like it's kind of Ripple if you have to look at crypto markets, right? It's institutional kind of software. So here it's from user to the platform without intermediary. And because of this, there's no ambiguity in between. Like, where is this flowing, going? There's multiple transactions that are not happening. And what is saying by lease liners, you have uninterrupted flow of funds in and out without intermediaries. And the transaction speed also increases. I mean,
The latency,
yeah, exactly. Latency increases because forget software. I mean, they're at seconds level, but even at fund level, if you have to transfer money from a bank account to broker, from broker to this thing, by that cycle gets completed, the price that you wanted to pick up would have gone up or down.
Yeah.
Now your opinion of picking it up has gone. So you have lost the opportunity of the trade. Now your money is again sitting idle without being invested, right? So this kind of products reduces latency and high frequency trading. I mean, it is more human trading. Okay, we are okay to wait. We are okay to high frequency trading. You set certain rules. You set up some bots and you say, do this. Maybe this product works very well there because there are multiple transactions happening at multiple times of the day, and it has to happen without human intervention and without this latency, right? Where you're trying to get that scalping the small profits to make that big profit. I think this works very well there.
Yeah.
Right? Now, I've understood this kind of.
It was a very good analogy from your point.
But is this understanding concept right?
Yes, the concept is right.
And for our viewers also, not just for me and Nisha. Even for our viewers, I hope it's clear. And if viewers, if you have any confusions or you need more clarity on these things, you can please comment on this video. We will try to explain you much better there.
Yes, and we will also give you the link of 00's documentation via which you can...
That anyway is always there on all our videos. You can always refer to our links and go to the source information and do the research yourself. These are the opinions that we have also found personally by going through all these news channels and these news sources. We also advise our viewers to also do their own due diligence.
Absolutely. And we had such a good run with this podcast, I feel so.
So it was a very exciting week. We all were anticipating about a lot of things. And we can also see that directly on the markets, the prices of the big currencies have started to move in a positive directions.
Yes.
The global currencies, all the stock markets mostly are going sideways, but crypto is doing good.
It's October.
Yeah, it's October. Yeah. So it's a good sign. It's a very exciting week. I hope our coming weeks also will be the same.
And stay tuned for our next week's Block Talk podcast. This is your team signing off. Please do like, share, and subscribe the podcast with your crypto friends as usual. Tata.